In the world of car restoration, some of the finest, most expensive, fastest automobiles of all time.
Whoa. That is spectacular.
As well as some of the rustiest junkers.
Yeah. Tighten your helmet up.
Are reborn here at the Guild.
It looks the same as when I left.
And these are the restorers who turn rust into gold.
Only a genuine gearhead can rattle off the make and model of every car that rolls into the Guild. But some vehicles are so iconic, they need no introduction.
As you can see right here, we've got rust coming through.
And today, Sergeant Steve Hearn calls the restorers into active duty with an M38 A1 Jeep.
I picked this up a couple of years ago. Spent a lot of time in the military. Early on in my career, I was in Jeep Recce. I actually learned to drive on an M38 A1 in Egypt.
Sergeant Hearn earned his stripes as part of the 1st Hussars Reserve Regiment during the mid-1970s.
Oh, it reminds me of my glory days. For me, it's kind of a little bit of living the past again.
The M38 family of Jeeps replaced the Second World War era Jeeps. These quarter-ton war horses served in combat and peacekeeping missions around the globe. They were sturdy, reliable, and made everyone from generals to movie stars look good in them.
The M38 that we have here is sort of the 3rd generation Jeep. It was heavier, it was a little better technically, and it was the basis for all of the civilian Jeeps.
I want to make it as close to original as I can.
What I really like when a military vehicle comes in is usually these guys get it. They want it to look really good, and they want it to look very military.
One of the last things I would like to do is for you guys to use your expertise and hopefully source a C42 radio set for me. It doesn't have to be working, just so that we can cosmetically put it in place. If we can do that, that would just be the finishing touch to the vehicle. It would be as I remember it when I was
I've thrown a lot of them away. Now I gotta go to find one.
I want a Jeep that I can drive all summer long. Actually, at one point, I hope to drive it in the D-Day parade for my old regiment. Gotta love it, eh?
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
You know, the M38 A1 project, well, that's just plain fun. We know what we're doing, and it's a simple project and a very forgiving project. My worries are the cars that are going to Pebble Beach. That's a real problem.
The Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance is a celebration of the art of the automobile. Featured cars are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars and sometimes millions. Their owners are some of the wealthiest car nuts in North America.
I thought I was best dressed till I saw her.
Pebble Beach is not like your local cruise night. There's only 300 cars selected each year from all over the world. You have to be invited to go.
The Guild's latest multi-million-dollar project made the cut. This 1946 6C 2500 Alfa Romeo is undergoing a full restoration. After 2 long years, they're in the home stretch.
You know, the Alfa Romeo is going to the Concours d'Elegance at Pebble Beach. We've got to get it ready. And I've also got to get the 48 Delahaye ready, which is going to one of the big auctions at Pebble Beach. And my biggest problem there is that Larry is a half owner.
Let's get cracking, right? I want the Delahaye to be at Pebble because, let's face it, if it's the premiere of any major show in probably the world, you want to be at this show. Good, good. We're getting closer and closer. So has it got the right colors and everything? You're happy with that?
No. I want to change this red. This red is just not deep enough.
Hey, that red doesn't look that bad. You think a bit darker red?
You know, I'd rather if it was like a ruby red rather than that. There's a bit too much orange in that.
Yeah, this man's got no class. He's good on paint and cars, but not in shirts.
David and Larry have yet to agree on the color scheme for the Delahaye.
You were going to say one time we should go black, but I didn't think black would look good on it.
Alex is stuck in the middle.
Having the owners of the Delahaye be Larry and David is both entertaining and a little bit stressful.
We gotta get this ready.
You
This
have
has
the
to be-
easy job.
My job is easy.
Your job is to nag.
That's right.
all you do.
And I do good at that.
Trying to have that happy medium of the car be as close to perfect as possible with it taking 3 years to do it is a fun balancing act.
You want your car to stand out. You gotta have that wow factor. You gotta go, my God, look at that car.
The original color of the Guild's Delahaye was white. This newsreel footage captured the actual car at a Parisian concours in the late 40s. Larry and David hope the new color scheme will help boost the value of the car. And just recently, at a Florida auction,
the car is coming up on stage now. This is a work of art.
another Delahaye set a new sales record.
You know, I'm pretty pumped about this Delahaye coming through because it's a good indication of what our Delahaye could possibly be worth.
And on the Delahaye, I'm going to open the bidding at $3 million now.
And we have a Delahaye. It starts off at $3 million, which a big gasp goes through the crowd.
We can all, sit down, please. I know she's beautiful. On the telephone, $4 million unveiled.
All that could do with David and myself is put big smiles on our face, because even though we don't have that particular year or that particular model, we have very similar.
$4,500,000.
$4 million.
This'll drag ours up.
$5 million.
There we are, $5 million. And for Delahaye.
Do I have $6 million now? $6 million $6 million all done, all finished.
This is becoming a good day.
Make some phone calls. Let everybody know we've got one.
The restorers are working on 2 multi-million-dollar restoration projects, headed for one of the world's most prestigious car shows. The Alfa isn't ready.
You know, I get a bit of a massive problem with this car because the guys have been they've been working hard, but in a, sort of a nice, steady pace. How long do you think to get the seats done? Leather's in?
Yeah, well, in this, they're already done.
But we have to find ways of moving things along so that we can make the deadline, because, I don't even want to think about the reaction from the owner if we didn't make this deadline.
These cars require a level of perfection that demands thousands of work hours. Every part, down to the last nut and bolt, is handmade.
Right now, I'm just making up some nuts for the Alfa. We call it an acorn nut. So I've got to take raw steel and do my 6 sides to it. So it has to look like that in the end. And then I got to put the round acorn on the end of it.
The craftsmanship that went into the original, these were all things that we had to replicate exactly. There's just no training for guys who can do this stuff. It's stuff that can take months or years of training.
Hours of work. I got 16 of these to do. Each one will probably take me at least an hour to make. But in the end, the car's got to be absolutely perfect. There'll be all sorts of eyes looking at this thing.
Across the shop, perfection is a non-issue for the rugged Jeep M38A1.
Sweet, that is big, isn't it?
After throwing out all kinds of these C42 radios, I finally found an old contact of mine that managed to keep one on the shelf, so now we've got one.
What the hell are you going to do with that? Does it work?
Oh, I wouldn't have thought so.
So it's just going to be for show?
Yeah, according to the owner, they didn't work when they were new, so it's not going to work 50 years later.
The C42 is a VHF FM transceiver used by tanks and other military vehicles in the battlefield.
Well, the seat's inoperable with the radio there, so I guess the operator must have sat here. Not a very nice position. dodging bullets and trying to tune it in. Well, this is something like 50 years old, and it's no transistors in sight. It's all valves, and they'll all be shock mounted, so it's why it's so bulky and probably not very reliable. Here we have the period version of earbuds and microphone. There's the antenna box. That will be the antenna.
A few steps away, Team Delahaye finally nails the car's color.
We've got the red with the purple.
Yeah. Barry and myself picked the colors on the car. We have a nice deep purple for the main color in the body. The secondary color here, what's called the belt line that runs across the side of the cars, is almost like a fire engine red right now. Dave wants to bring that down to more of a deeper ruby red.
Now look at all the reds on here. You'd think that on all of these reds, there would be one. What do you think?
Doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
No, it's still not. I want a really rich ruby red. It has to be darker than that.
Right now, the biggest challenge is more or less making Dave happy. He keeps changing his mind on different things and different colors.
But you see, with that red against this, how this is turned orange?
Yep.
Yeah, I picture it in my mind, and I just can't see it being this. Yeah, write this one down. I like the grain, too. It's got a good grain.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't get too much brown.
Yeah.
You know, the guys might think that I'm being anal about the red,
But when you're playing with this stuff, you can't take second best.
See, these are really cheap looking.
it has to be a really pure, sort of a ruby red, a blood red, without any tinges of orange in it.
Well, see, this is closer. No, it doesn't get too much brown. What have we got there that's more intense than that?
If it's not, it's going to look like crap.
I think that that's the one. Okay, so we know exactly what we're doing now.
Yep.
Done. Nice shirt.
Color can make or break the look of a car. But for a classic car, there's another key element.
Chrome is just an attractive addition to a car. Modern cars, for the most part, don't even have it. It's really important. The chrome has got to be absolutely perfect.
Pretty much all of the parts that are still left in copper have to be plated. We got to get it all packaged, wrapped up, and sent to the chromers.
Ken is shipping all the chrome for the Delahaye and the Alfa to a shop in the United States.
Well, pretty much if we don't get this ready for Pebble Beach, we're pretty much
Back in the paint shop, the Delahaye is ready for a touch-up.
Dave finally made up his mind on the color. The new red is way deeper. It doesn't have as much orange in it. It's definitely a much better color. Once Barry gets the bodies painted, I can start putting the car together.
That's better.
Yeah, looks a lot richer.
Yeah, see what I mean? The orange just, it didn't do it. This is exactly the color I wanted. Good, onwards and upwards.
Alex.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
How's it
I'm
going?
glad you're here. Now I get to find out what's really going on. It looks the same as when I left.
It's a different color now.
Yes, the color, yeah, see, Mr. Happy here. Last time I was here, it was all pretty well in pieces. So, of course, I've got all these great expectations, and I came walking in the door, and it's still all in pieces. So the colors came out good, Alex, eh?
Yeah, it looks
They're
a lot
looking
better.
good, yeah.
What do you mean
that's-
the color came with Alex?
Back to you, Alex.
Larry dropped in just to be an annoyance. Comes sweeping in, makes all kinds of criticisms about the progress and everything, but he didn't realize that the car is, I don't know, has a color on it now, and the stripes are in, and all, you know, we're basically at the point of final assembly.
The only big thing we're left waiting on is the chrome. And,
Chrome's not here yet?
Yeah, chrome's still not here.
How long are we waiting for the chrome?
It's been quite a while.
Chrome, nothing we can do about that. It goes out, and the shop that's got it is top-notch, so we have to just be patient. A lot of people in line at that shop.
The delay is a setback, but this car is worth the wait.
I have to have patience. I have to realize things like this take longer than you would think. But in the long run, this type of a car is going up in value, so I'm still a winner. Go, baby, go. That's it.
Ow!
Baby.
Chrome don't mean a thing to the M38A1. This classic military vehicle calls for a different type of bling.
This is your 1919. That would be the same gun that would have been mounted on the Jeep. In World War II, Vietnam, these would be mounted on Jeeps, helicopters, sides of tanks. Your barrel has got a weld inside, so it's shut at the front and the back, and your trigger has to be removed in Canada.
Over the years, the M1919 Browning 30 caliber machine gun has spit out a lot of lead. It can fire over 400 rounds a minute with a range of 1,400 meters. Between 1919 and 1945, about 5 million units were manufactured, and it's still in use in modern war zones around the world.
What would that do to some bad guy coming towards you?
Well, it depends on the ammo. What we've got here, they've got a special tip on them, so the tip actually causes the copper to flare a little bit more, punch a little hole in the front, but take out a nice pocket of flesh and debris coming out the back. Nice little assault weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chrome's here.
Oh. Oh, that's about time. Wow. And everything came back or what?
A couple of pieces, but they're not far behind. We can lots of assembly in the meantime.
You know, I finally got the chrome for the Alpha, and I mean, it's late. It's really late.
So you can get cracking now on doing the hood, all the bows and everything?
We only have a few days to get all this chrome fit on the car, get it all together, get the car in the trailer, and get it off to California. So am I under any stress? No.
How long to do the roof?
Hours.
Yeah, I
don't
know
how
that.
many, but hours, yeah. There is a deadline, so this car has to be ready. If I have to jeopardize 1 or 2 of my Fridays off, then I'm here.
Good, so we're still trucking along, eh?
Yep. I'll even work on a Saturday till about lunch. Hey, Alex, what's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? This stuff looks good, eh?
Yeah. Perfect. What a shine.
Delahaye stuff come in with it?
No.
No. That's the bad news.
Didn't come in.
Basically, the chrome still hasn't shown up yet. It's not good news. It looks like it's still going to be, quite a few weeks before we get it.
It's really gonna set us back, man.
And that's basically put a halt on the project.
Yeah, my stuff was out before your stuff.
Yeah, we have deadlines too, eh?
Yeah, you got your stuff to meet your deadline.
Well, that's right.
Alex is lead on the Guild's Delahaye.
It's disappointing. This would have been the first car that I had my hands on entirely going to Pebble Beach, and it's not going to make it, so it's a little disappointing from my side.
I would like to know what the heck's going on with the Delahaye. How long has it been now, right? And oh no, oh gee, oh whiz, oh gosh, oh there's something else. Some year, sometime, somewhere, this could possibly be ready. We're only, what, 2 years late now? Is that so bad? It's taking too long. This is getting beyond.
So Larry's in the shop somewhere, probably looking at his car. I'm gonna have to try and find a gentle way to give him some bad news. Hey.
Alex.
How's it going?
Good man. I haven't seen it. What's going on? Where's the chrome?
We basically just found out that it's just not done. It's that simple. Maybe 6 weeks away.
I can't believe no chrome. I can't believe. Oh, we waited for the engine, we waited for this, we waited for that. Now the chrome, and we're still waiting. Alex comes up to me and says that the chrome isn't ready. How much can you wait? You can't keep waiting forever, right? I'll be in the old age home. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're not going to make Pebble Beach then.
No, and I really don't think.
You're serious? I'm kidding. You mean you really won't make it? Come on, I can't believe it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Pebble's just an unrealistic goal.
He wasn't kidding. How do I feel about it?
David decided to pull the plug when we realized the chrome wasn't going to be here because it's such an integral part of the car. So if it's not perfect, if everything doesn't line up perfect, it's the first thing you're going to notice.
All right, well, What can I do? You can't rush perfection, and you got to wait. If you want to have the car that's going to be so unbelievably good, you're going to have to wait. I'll go up and complain to Dave.
Yeah, he'll listen to you.
Yeah, you'd rather listen to Dave. Okay.
Deepest, darkest secret? I'm actually sort of relieved that we're not going to get the chrome back in time to get the Delahaye to Pebble.
Alex, I'm going to pull you.
Now, I can take the guys that would have been on the Delahaye and put everybody on the Alfa.
You got the roof almost done.
Yeah, we're just putting the template back on it right now.
Yeah.
Make damn sure that it's going to be ready for the show, and we can just backburner the Delahaye for a couple of months.
Clev, don't worry about any of the Delahaye stuff now. Just concentrate on this, okay? There's no reason that this car is not going to be ready, right, guys? Like, none.
There's absolutely no option on this car. Way too much riding on it. It's going to be at Pebble Beach if we have to carry it there.
With all hands on the Alfa Romeo.
So I think you'll be pleased about some of the things that we've managed to dig up.
David steps in when Sergeant Hearn drops by to inspect his Jeep.
You know, the difference between restoring a Concours car and restoring the M38 is the Concours car is stressful and a huge headache, and the M38's just fun.
Well, my.
So, you're missing
cleaned it up.
fenders.
Yeah, yes.
But you're not missing the 30 cal.
Oh, my God, no. Oh, no.
And the radio sets, the antennas.
This is exactly as I remember it. Exactly as I remember it. That's my Jeep. That is what I drove for many, many years. That's what I remember.
So you would have been sitting here?
I would have. I was the crew commander.
So this was yours?
I was crew commander. That was my weapon. This was a last ditch
when you
run
were
for the hills as you're spraying at the bad guys.
Yeah.
We considered these Ferraris. These things were go anywhere, do anything Jeeps. We loved them. I drove these vehicles all the time, and they were just fun. This is a picture of me back in 1977. 40 years and 40 pounds, this is what I look like today. This is my vehicle. You can see here the general purpose machine gun. Back here is a C42 radio set. Everything you guys have done so far matches this Jeep perfectly. But I can honestly say, I cleaned a lot of Jeeps, but I never had to do it with that. Well done, good job. You could have done well in my troop. I'm going to take it to car shows. I'm going to take it to military vehicle collector shows. But mostly I'm going to drive it all day, every day, back and forth. I will take it to the grocery store. I will take it to the local pub. I do take my wife out for ice cream shopping with it, but the machine gun stays at home.
The M38A1 needs more work, but it'll have to wait. Because right now, it's all about the Alfa.
I have to admit, I'm relieved. We finally got the car on the trailer, and they're getting ready to leave to drive from Ontario down to California.
Take the parking brake off and once it's tied down. Yep. We're good to go.
And we're so late now that I got 2 guys in that truck going to have to be taking turns driving. But at least it's on the damn truck, and it's going to be on its way.
I guess I'll see you guys in California.
Yep.
The Alfa Romeo is off on a 4,500-kilometer journey to the west coast of the United States. It's a 48-hour drive and a 5-hour flight for David and Janice.
I think that the very first Pebble Beach that Janice and I attended was sometime mid to late 90s.
You know, these are just beautiful, flowing, classic designs. Look at the interior. I mean, isn't that just what a beautiful thing?
Sort of a pilgrimage. When you get to the level we are working with cars, this is one of the few shows where you get to go somewhere and see something that you're not seeing almost every day.
I can see having some fun driving this.
And here they all are, and you can buy them.
It's on the wish list.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yep.
If I'm down here with Larry, we buy things. If I'm down here with Janice, I buy things.
This is beautiful. I like this. I really like the Spider. I thought I wanted red, but I'm starting to like the yellow. Oh, that's more expensive, right?
Yeah.
I think maybe that's what I should get.
of 5 Ferraris sitting there, she'll inevitably point at the most expensive one.
God, I fall in love so easily.
3 horses.
And I saw a lime green Dino down there.
You couldn't settle for something like relatively inexpensive.
No.
Back at the Guild, the restorers are closing up shop for the weekend.
Oh, I'm taking care of my baby. It's the only way to keep her purring like a kitten. I don't have candles, I don't have music. I just have oil. And that's it, you put it to sleep. That's how it goes.
They gave it their all, down to the last push to get the Alfa to California. And now... they're ready to blow off some steam.
Barry and I are in Thames for today. We're gonna demolition 2 cars. Demo derby is you make a car, you strip it all down, and keep crashing into each other till one man's standing.
Get some good mutters on the back. Probably be laughing.
I wanted to smash the crap out of a car because it's fun.
Good. 2 drivers? Yes, sir.
Right on.
Ron, the Derby veteran, gives the Guild guys a few pointers.
This white car here is a Crown Vic from South Carolina. Really solid. It's going to be a tough car out there. So. Up here we got a hometown guy.
What's his thinking with not having any rear bumper at all? We got to find his weak spot.
Here we got a nice heavy-duty competitor right here in the 669 car. Big solid car, heavy-duty chrome bumpers, nice and bright.
Some guys there, it look like this is their main source of income.
3-time Paris champ right here. He's trying to intimidate.
You could look at their cars and know that this is very serious for them. They're out to win.
What number are you, bud?
Don't tell him.
We're just guys from out of town, and these guys do it all the time, and so we're sitting ducks.
Tighten your helmet up. Button her up.
Most of the time, I'm delivering $1 million vehicles.
Oh, I've already got a blemish.
So
wrecking a car, I can do it once in a while. It makes you feel good.
One of you guys has experience in a derby?
A little bit, yeah. One time, 20+ years ago.
How'd you do?
Not very good.
No?
I don't think either of them have a whole lot of experience, so it's going to be a sight to see.
No one knows for sure where demolition derbies started. Some say at small American county fairs in the early 50s. Others place it at racetrack events a few years later. And a few believe its origins are with train collision events, promoted in the early 1930s.
At least it runs.
The 2 cars we have are not too bad a shape. They could be restoration candidates, but today we get to totally smash them up.
Well, the yellow car is a 1997 Crown Victoria. It's got a 4.6 V8 with an automatic transmission. It's a rear-wheel drive car.
It's pretty cool.
The burgundy car is a 2000 Lincoln Town car. Same motor.
You guys want to get your coats off and get dirty?
Yeah, to prepare the car for the derby, you have to remove every piece of glass, every headlight, tail light.
I had to drill holes in it and wire all the doors shut.
You guys say you work on cars?
We don't count screwdrivers here.
Hey, you guys want to try this?
Oh,
it
no,
might make
you
it a
bring
little
some-
bit easier. And then we have to put a window bar in, and the window bar will protect you that if you get a big impact in the front and the hood's going to come back, it won't take your head off. We put a 5-gallon fuel tank securely mounted in the back.
The gas tank has to come out so if it gets hit from behind, it doesn't explode.
We have to run a fire extinguisher. It has to be within driver's reach and fully charged. Grab a hold of that button there. Make sure it doesn't move and doesn't come off. Like, use the tape all you want. So That button is fuel pump shut-off switch because the car is fuel injected. If there is a problem with the car, we can shut it off and stop the flow of gasoline, just like the Dukes of Hazzard.
Tell Daisy I'll be home for dinner shortly.
You know, we have ringer drivers if you want to back out.
No, I'm good.
In California,
How about this instead of a Ferrari?
David and Janice kill time waiting for the Alfa Romeo.
You wouldn't be happy with one of these, would you? Because I would. Isn't this pretty?
It's unusual.
Oh, look at that. Look at this Aston DB4. It's a 4. 300 to 375,000. Look, they managed to keep the paint chips on the fenders.
Yeah.
They're like me. Okay, we're going to find the Delahaye. Browsing through these cars is great, but there's one car specifically I'm here to see. Oh, there it is. Right over there.
The Delahaye.
And completely different from ours, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
The body of the Guild's Delahaye was designed by Frenet. This Delahaye was designed by another Frenchman, Henri Chaperon.
I know if I use the word frumpy, people might get upset, but to me,
It's a little frumpy.
it's a little frumpy compared to
ours, yeah.
ours.
It's sort of the lowest end of the Delahaye family. So if I get an idea of what that's going for and the really expensive Delahayes, ours sort of sits right in the middle.
And they're about to find out. Tonight, the Delahaye is going on the block of this high-profile auction before hundreds of avid car collectors.
Oh, here we go.
Body here by the Chaperon Atelier in France.
Well, they're saying 450 to 550. I thought the auction estimate was high. I wouldn't be surprised if it only gets 200 to 250. I'd like to see it go a lot higher. So I guess we're about to see.
200,000 right away on my left here. That's 200 now. Do I have 250 anyone in the room now? 250. Thank you, Alex. Now 200.
Okay.
That's $250,000 bid on the Delahaye now. $300,000. Do I have 350 now? Do I have 350? Thank you. 350. 375 if you like.
That's not bad.
375. Then I'm going to count it down. It's going to go for the first time at 375,000. Then it's going for the second time. Selling here. Make no mistake. For the third and last time, $375,000. Then all done. All finished. So very well bought. Well done.
This will make Larry very happy.
Back in Ontario, the restorers put the finishing touch on their derby cars.
It only sprays swear words.
You're missing a lot of spots there.
I don't get
Are you kidding? I am glad I got out of bed this morning. That's intimidation for you, Brad. I want to see these guys kick ass.
If you look over here behind you guys, there's the trophies. If you want to grab one of them, it's all up to you now.
The stakes are high and the guys are pumped.
Coming into the open area right now, ladies and gentlemen, from Cannington, Ontario, sponsored by Restoration Garage, let's welcome car number 27, Mary Bolton.
Remember, stay out of the mud.
Well, we've got car number 13. Let's welcome Brad Bellama.
Barry and I had a little pact that as long as one of us won, we'd split the prize money between the two of us.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2,
1. The car felt actually pretty good. Made contact with one car and then put it in drive. It was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good. I got some motion going here.
Yeah, I hit one girl that was driving right in the front end, and then somebody hit me in the back, and that was it. It was over.
He's not going anywhere.
And then I was going back and forth, trying to get out. And then I overheated the motor, and then it just died.
That sucks. On the other side of the track, the yellow Crown Vic is still in the game.
I just wanted to keep going, driving around, trying not to get hit, but also trying to hit guys at the same time.
Brad's last hit doesn't pay off.
Kind of got locked up in bumpers with another guy, and I'm trying to get myself free, rocking the car back and forth, and the guy just kept forward, reverse, forward, reverse. I was trying everything I could.
Not a whole lot of movement. And boy, this track is really taking their toll here this afternoon. Guys burning out their engines on the mud.
I stayed still for too long, and then I got whistled. That's it for you, you're done.
03 had the last hit in, and everybody else is stuck. Looks like we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. Through elimination, car number 03. Everybody else died.
Bud. I don't know if you could say we got lucky, or maybe they got lucky, because me and Brad can drive pretty good, so they probably would have been in trouble, those guys.
I got a flat tire. Son of a...
It's nice to see these guys covered in mud. Next time out, I like to see them mud wrestling in some bar somewhere.
I hit one car and then I got stuck.
He's smoking pretty good there, too. What happened? Did you blow a hose or something?
Hopefully you guys got the itch and you want to do this again.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Maybe Dave would let us use the backyard here and do our own demo derby. Guild of Auto Destruction.
Great to be here at Pebble Beach. Just to have a car here and be here, it's just a dream.
After a 48-hour journey across the North American continent, the Guild's multi-million-dollar project finally makes its Pebble Beach debut.
This is a car that nobody has seen since the 1950s. I mean, it just disappeared off the face of the earth. So there's experts walking around, and it stops them dead. You see them stop, and they go, what is it? I mean, they're totally astounded by this car.
It's in military paint. You can see it on the steering shaft.
Chris has been remarkably patient, and he's been wonderful through this entire process. Today, I think he's actually a pretty happy guy.
It's beautiful. And the whole thing was designed for sunlight. Metallic flake paint, light color. Just look at the dashboard gleaming. They just dripping with chrome. Everything's designed to reflect light. I mean, it's amazing.
Oh, wow. That is spectacular.
Whoa. Every little bit of it is just, I've never seen it. An Alfa Romeo, I've never seen it.
I remember my dad complaining about the cost of having it plated like the original.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. One of the most exciting parts of the day to me was that David Cotto turned up. David Cotto was a 12-year-old boy when his father, Bob Cotto, owned this car.
I last saw the car 60 years ago, and I've been chasing it ever since.
Bob Cotto was a very well-known and thought-of American car designer who worked on Lincolns and Studebakers and numerous other important cars.
After the war, Bob Cotto and his family moved to England to work for the Austin Car Company. Cotto was to design cars that would help the British manufacturer break into the American market. One of their first attempts was the Austin A90 Atlantic.
He didn't start with a blank sheet. They had an inspiration for it. They had a design that they wanted to use to inspire it, and that was this Alfa Romeo.
The American public never took to the Atlantic, but Cotto was swept off his feet by the Alfa.
He fell in love with it, plain and simple. And at the end of the project, he acquired the car for £1,000 and took it back home.
Everybody's seen photographs of it their whole life. Yep. And now to see the actual car is thrilling.
You know what's sort of neat today is that Bob Cotto's great-grandsons are here looking at this car.
I think the controls are kind of pretty fancy, and the wheels, wow.
It's pretty exciting, actually. It's the first time honestly I've ever seen it in color. For years and years and years, this car only existed as a black and white photo on my family's living room.
For this Italian beauty, Pebble Beach is the first stop of a whirlwind tour. Next, the Alfa is headed to Kuwait, where the Guild's Bugatti Aerolith made its debut. Then she'll travel home.
Being on the lawn today at Pebble Beach has been a wonderful experience, and it's been really exciting seeing the people's reaction to the car. But what I really want to do with this Alfa is take it back to its roots. I want to take it back to the Concours d'Elegance at Villa d'Este in northern Italy.
The more the world sees the Alfa Romeo, the greater its value when it comes to sell. And now it's finished, the Guild will start looking for its next flagship project.
That's beautiful.
Just getting Pebble Beach finished with, getting the stress down, client comes to me and says, you know, we'd like to bring 3 cars next year. We'd like you to get them ready. Here we go again.
Take that, mofo! Or you could go FBI, or you could go from the hood. Or you can do the